Hello guys, and welcome to our channel. This is WvW. In today's video I want to share quick information that came to my attention that not many people know about it, or I think not many people know about it, and especially rangers need to. So the idea started with people asking me questions about how dealing with specific class, complaining about some of them, and Harbinger, Spear Harbinger was one of them, the power version that it quite can burst you and do some significant damage in short times with soul shards and stuff like that. So I noticed they even would go to choose something like Segment of Stone to protect themselves against damage and stuff like that. So not many people know this, but something or any skill that prevent power damage like this, you and your bit take no damage from attacks. It talking about strike damage, it's like power damage hits. However, it does not include lifesteal damage. So if you're being hit by soul shards from a Necro, you will notice that it can do some significant damage. 6 hits will be unloaded with a skill 2 in Spear, and each of them will hit you for like 700, 750, something like that, and all this chunk will go through Segment of Stone even if you have it active on you. And any other lifesteal will also work, so if they are a Blood Necro or whatever they're running, if they're running the Sigil for Interrupt, they can like cast a skill to CC you and then land this one, all the lifesteal will go through it. The same thing goes for something like Herald. It's on the rise now, with the Renegade always existing, also like using the Shiro heal skill, combine that with any even little lifesteal like Battle Scar, and if you combine that with Scala, like for the Renegade, all this lifesteal will still go through something like Segment of Stone or any skill like it. So a really good player who knows things like that, if you fight a really good Renegade and you save your Segment of Stone till you're almost gonna die, so you buy some time to heal and you just use it to avoid the damage, he will just burn through your health through this. He will waste other skills just to land those lifesteal and still damage you even when you shouldn't be damaged. And that damage can really build up. As you can see in this video here, even underwater, Renegade hits me, and I think he's Celestial, and it was before Celestial nerf if I remember correctly, hits me for more than 900 each hit from the lifesteal, while I am on Segment of Stone, and almost chunking third of my health at least, while I'm supposed to not being taking damage. So a very good player can time things like this, can use them to their advantage, and you as a ranger have no way to secure yourself. So how you stop hits like this? It's simple. If you're running something like block, if you're running a power build and you're running a great sword, you can block it. If you have barrier sources, it will absorb the damage a little bit, like the mace and stuff like that. But if it doesn't exist in your build, then you need to keep attention if you're fighting a class like this, that it still will burn through your health. You're only reducing the damage, so you always need to be on guard up, not simply assuming that you will survive whatever come next and rely on that. So I, for once, I don't really wait and use Segment of Stone when I am on really low health. So I would simply die even with Segment of Stone on. I keep a tempo between my skills when I heal and reduce the damage and then stop the damage. And most of the time I don't use Segment of Stone unless I'm roaming around on Eternal Battleground or something like that, when you can keep getting jumped insanely and multiple CC'd and targeted between players. However, in normal roaming I don't use it to begin with, because I lose a lot of damage when I run it, and it can be not 100% reliable at least. So that's not only for Segment of Stone, it's any skill that will prevent power damage. So that's including if you run Soulbeast, for example, and if you run a bit like any bear, if you merge with it, you will get Defy Bane and you will get Unflinching Fortitude, and both of those skills will still go through by lifesteal. It will not stop the damage of lifesteal, only the power damage of any other source. So both of skills will do the same. The only skill that Ranger have that can prevent the power damage completely, I mean even the block for Great Sword can be hit by unblockable skills, and if you land a CC then the block stop. The only skill that can change that is actually the healing skill of Untamed. This one will stop the damage from happening to you, both power and condition damage, so it works a little bit differently. No other skills that really ranger have I can think of that will completely stop the damage and save your life. And it worked for 3 seconds. Since it reduces the damage by 100%, then no damage will actually appear on you. So it works a little bit differently than simply take no damage from hits and stuff like that. And Warrior shares the same problem, because Defy Bane will not stop lifesteal damage. However, Full Counter, for example, will, because it will absorb the damage no matter what the hit itself, like no matter what hit will come, it will absorb it and then use the Full Counter. So pay attention to this. Simply know those skills and know how they work. Try to pay attention to what class are you fighting, especially those heavy on lifesteal or what they run. And generally, it's easy to survive such a problem when you simply don't wait for the last moment and use something like Signet of Stone. Signet of Stone, Defy Bane, Unflinching Fortitude, all work the same way. The lifesteal will pass through them. And here I will show you footage to show you what I mean by the lifesteal will go through them. As demonstration with my sister, she is running Carnivore, which is a lifesteal skill, and I will see you that she's been healed and I lose the healing. Even so, I get the power hit to show 0 damage and I get the lifesteal hit to actually appear on me with the Carnivore number, and it is this much. And lastly, it's not that big, the lifesteal itself, it doesn't really scale this much effectiveness with power, like they can't simply build a lot of might and a lot of power in their build and ferocity to simply like one-shot you with it. The lifesteal itself doesn't scale this good. However, some hits already have really high damage. That's why I give the example of Spear Necro and of Revenant like Herald and Renegade. So tell me in the comments if you didn't know this, and if you would enjoy informative short videos like this in the future. That's it for the video, and I'll be seeing you next time. Peace.